Hey guys, what's up, Cardfight here, and today I'm here with an updated Gear Chronicle deck profile. This is with the updated stuff from Fighters Collection, so it has Warp Drive Dragon in it, which I don't think is it helps the deck that much, but it's a fun card to play around with, and it helps you set your field up if you need it, I guess. But without further ado, let's get right into the deck profile. This is going to be another quickie, so yeah. So we'll start with Chrono Dran. Chrono Dran is still a pretty standard starter for most Gear Chronicle decks. So, I'm going to run him because you can go fetch your Chrono Jet Dragon for Stride Fighter next turn, and it also gives you an extra attacker on the turn that you use his effect. Next, we have TikTok Worker. Skill is Time Leap, kind of Generation Break 1, move this card into Soul. When a rearguard attacks at the end of the battle, you can pay the cost. If you do, you can Time Leap that unit. So basically, you just get an extra Time Leap. Yep. Running 4 Chrono Jet Dragon. Pretty standard. The deck is probably going to change with the new set coming out because there's Chrono Fang Tiger, but probably going to build a separate deck for that because I have cards to do that. So we'll see. Running 3 Balef. Balef helps you switch your heart into a Chrono Jet, so he's pretty useful to ride into. Next, you're running 4 History Makers. History Maker Dragon, I believe his name is. Helps you with the Time Leap combos, so you can get some extra attacks in. Pretty useful card. Next, we're running 3 Upstream Dragon. Toolbox for grade 1s. Pretty useful. Next, we're running this Rugadu. Skill is Generation 1, kind of lost 1 when this card is placed on Vanguard circle. You can pay the cost if you do. This card gets 2,000 power, and when this card attacks, your opponent cannot call grade 0 to the Guardian Circle. So this card is pretty good as a rearguard finisher because he does restrict your opponent's guard, and it's only, instead of Soul Blasting, he's only a Counter Blast, and he's comboable with Time Leap, so he's a pretty good option. Being 11k by himself also really helps because it combos with this card we're running. So if you Time Leap him, you can give him plus 5,000 power, so he becomes a 16k attacker by himself. So, yeah. Next, we're running 2 Kalium. He is to remove annoying starting Vanguards and other units. He's pretty good at disrupting your opponent's field, and it's free, so not bad. Also, he's also not Generation Break restricted, so when he's placed on a rearguard circle, you can choose one of your opponent's rearguards, and your opponent chooses the card 1 grade lower, and calls it to your rearguard circle. So it could potentially help, but if you're getting rid of a grade 0, he just pretty much gets a solid -1. So, yeah. Next, we're running 3 Melum. Melum, when she attacks, she gets plus 4,000 power, and then you can toolbox for a grade 0. So you're probably going to search for the water guy, Wataru. So, yeah. Next, running this guy, when he's bound from the rearguard circle, you can give one of your units 5,000 power. So he helps you hit extra numbers. Pretty decent. Running 1 GG. Planning to bump this up to 2, but 1 is fine. This deck does use a bit of Soul Blast, so GG might not always be the best. If I'm not going to run Warp Drive Dragon, then I'm probably going to run 2 GG, but for the time being, I am running Warp Drive Dragon. It's going to probably change pretty soon. I'm just playing with it because it's a new card, but I'm not really liking it too much. So, yeah, you're probably going to see this deck change in like a few weeks, or a week. Actually, maybe next week, but we'll see. We'll see how the new cards are. And running 4 of these Stride Fighters because, you know, it's a Stride Fighter. And then we're running 4 Purple Gs to help you unflip that Counter Blast. Triggers, we're running 6 crit, 2 stand. This is the Wataru guy. 4 draws and 4 heals. So Yeah, he's pretty good with the melon combo. So get those draws. So let's move on to the G zone. So for the G Guardians, running 3 of the Gear Chronicle G Guardian. It's a pretty good card. Its skill is when discussed within Guardian Circle, if you have a normal unit, if you choose a normal unit in your drop zone and a trigger unit from your drop zone and put it to the bottom of your deck, and then this unit gets plus. If 2 cards were put back, then this card gets plus 5,000 power. So basically, you can help put back useful cards back into your deck, so you can time leap for them, or you can put back perfect guards and stuff. It's pretty nifty. A lot of times, if your stand triggers, if you use all your stand triggers for some reason, then you can just put it back in, or if not, then you can put your heal triggers back in to get potential heals. The reason why I'm running 2 stands is because stands aren't that great in this particular deck, so I rather have more crits. So 2 stand is enough. Next, we're running 1 dismal because protect your history makers or something, whatever stuff you want to protect. Yeah, he can protect you. 1 fiery marsh, Colossus, I think is fiery marsh Colossus. So I read him in previous decks, so I don't need to explain the skill. Running 2 Metallica Phoenix. I like having 2 because with Warp Drive Dragon, if you don't want to Stride, use the first Stride Warp Drive to Time Leap 1, then you can just flip him for your second one, so that you can, when you do Stride into Warp Drive, you can flip your second one to have 2 Time Leaps. Yeah, mainly. If you don't want to run 2 Metallic Phoenix, you can run a 4th Warp Drive instead, but I don't recommend it. Yeah. Next, running 3 Warp Drive. Honestly, in my future builds, I'm probably going to replace these with Next Age, or at least two Next Age, because I'm running 2. But for the time being, this build, he's not horrible, but you don't use him very often. He's more of a card that you use when your hand isn't, or when the field you have isn't right. It's mainly because his skill is an active skill, so you have to use it during main phase. So his skill is Counter Blast 1, Soul Blast 1, G Flip 1 Warp Drive Dragon from your G zone, and then choose up to the same number of cards. Choose up the same number of rear guards as the number of face-up cards with this card's name in your G zone, and time leap them. And then choose one of your opponent's rear guards with grade less than or equal to the number of cards time leap with this card's effect, and then your opponent has to put that unit to the bottom of his or her deck. So basically, you can time leap X amount of times depending on how many face up you have of him, and then you can fix your field according to that. If his effect was on attack, it would be pretty amazing, but since it's not, what can you say? It's a IT card. Not really the best, but he could have been worse. So yeah, if you don't want to play this deck with Time Warp Dragon, then you can just replace him with Next Age. Speaking of Next Age, running 2 Next Age Dragons. Chrono Dragon Next Age. You guys probably know what he does already. Running 2 Chronos Command Revolution and 1 Chronos Command Dragon. Really good for field removal. If you don't have money for a 3rd or 4th Chrono Dragon, Chrono Dragon Next Age, you can run 2 more Revolutions instead. He's much cheaper. And the last card running is Fate Rider Dragon. Sorry, Fate Rider Dragon. So yeah, you probably also know what he does. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this deck. It's a very time leap heavy build, and my camera's running out of battery, so I might cut off any time. But yeah, it's a pretty time leap heavy deck, and it's pretty fun. The main point of this deck is to do chain attacks. It's not like my previous build where I try to pump up my rear guards to a huge number and try to finish your opponent off like that. Yeah, changing up a bit. So yeah, I think this is the main playstyle of your Chronicle now. Just time leaping, getting pluses off this guy, and using Melum and stuff. So yeah, it's a pretty meta deck, I guess. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this deck profile. Thanks for watching, guys. This is Cardtaku, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!